To the charges against Gary Wayne Beck, threatening a public servant. But you will notice down here, okay, this is showing affidavit probable cause narrative, okay? All right. But you'll notice if you look down here, I took a statement from Mr. Lawrence in reference to the meeting while he stated he did not feel threatened at the time. So that means he would have to be at that court case. Now, it also states here that it was discovered by the code enforcement office that Gary Wayne Beck posted another threat to his Facebook page. The post was made 18 hours, which I guess military time, here at the code enforcement meeting, quasi-judicial right. Now you'll notice here, to prove them to be a constitutional violation, and notice how they say, I can take them to court, which will cost me large sums of money, when I can already prove the crimes against the Constitution, and they downplay the seriousness. All he said was his Second Amendment rights, from what I understand. So, what I'm doing, now I'm wondering, what made the code enforcement decide to go looking on the internet? How did they know to go to a Facebook page? How much other internet browsing do they do all day long that we don't know about? Just a thought. Down here, sworn subscribed to me by. Now, why do they got to swear it? Why? And then you can't read their signature of the people that administered the oath. And are they warned that if they're lying that they'll go to prison? Just a thought. This is my case right here. This is where, now this is very, very, waive a speedy trial. Look at this right here. Waive a speedy trial. Why is that there? Look at that right there. Okay. This is a case here, making harassing phone calls. Dropped, abandoned, no information. I'm the one that had to go to court many times. And if I hadn't gone to court, I'd be the one that's going to jail, not the cop. See, the reason why there was no information is because I knew what the heck I was doing. My case on harassing phone calls. The named defendant did knowingly and intentionally make numerous phone calls to the Panama City idiot clowns over a period, man, I can't believe this, over a period of 2 months. can't believe this. What the heck's happening here? Over 2 months. He did so with the sole purpose to harass dispatchers. During some of these phone calls, the defendant used profanity towards the dispatchers. Golly, Dave, what the heck's the matter with this thing? Most of the calls he attempted to, for the sole purpose of harassment. During some of these calls, he used profanity towards the dispatchers. In most of the calls, he attempted to make reports of super loud boom cars, but refused to give dispatchers necessary information to investigate the report. In some of the cases, even after attempting to take the reports, he would call back and report it a second time. Defendant was warned several times not to call unless he had a legitimate business purpose, but he refused and continued to call. Several of these recorded calls were documented in the case number 14-15679, 14-17566, 14-17705, 14-17-824. And these are showing all the other, has personal issues with law enforcement, specifically Panama City Police Department and the Bay County Sheriff's Department Office and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and it is believed to be the reason for the harassment. See, I told Shane Arvan I was going to kick his ass in court. Notice where this cop right here. Threat obscene. Okay, this is the clown right here. This is the idiot right here. They were protecting criminals, American terrorists. And so what I've done is I've done my duty to try and protect my fellow Americans. And then they're trying to say that I was harassing. Notice how received. It was over the phone. It was over the phone. Five incident reports. An officer report incident. On this date, I was contacted by dispatch in reference